Our first step today is to add the lines to our fall pumpkins. Imagine two dots, one on the top and one on the bottom. You're going to use a marker, and what you're going to do is make almost a curve and a C shape going around on the left, and as you come this way, it's going to change and go the other way. Just a few lines. We don't want too many or it won't look like a pumpkin, but here's my first line, and I'm curving to the bottom. And then I'm going to make one that's just a little curved. Now it's going to go the other way, just a little curved. And a little bit more. Now I can add my pumpkin stem on the top. I'm going to keep going on my other pumpkins. This is a long pumpkin, so he's got to be curved like this. I might want to do a little bit on the very edge so that you can tell these are two different pumpkins. Remember, we made 5 pumpkins for our pumpkin patch, so I should have 5 when I'm done, even if they're close together. This one, we might not see the stem because he rolled over. I love those rolly pumpkins. And the other way. And now I'm going to move over here. I've got to go around the edge as best I can. And my other edge as best I can. And now I'm going to do my curved lines. It would be my dot here and here because he's laying on his side. And I'm going to make my stem over here this time. And let's imagine this guy has the dot here and here, and it curves like a C, a little straighter, curved, and the opposite way. And I need a stem up here. Little stick with a dot on the top. Now we need to work on step 2. Our second step is where you get to mix your last primary color. We have green and orange. Our last primary color is purple. So your group will take turns, just like before, mixing your color together. Remember, each person gets 2 or 3 spins, and then they trade it to the next person. We will review our Mr. Brush, Miss Brush rules. And once it's mixed together, you should have just a little bit on your brush. And we're going to make a fence and 1 bat in the air. So I'm going to come and put my fence on the top here. And I do a straight line. A straight line. Remember, do fences float in the air? No, they're on the ground. So my fence needs to touch the green grass. Another straight line. And I'm going to make my straight lines go all the way to the edge of my paper. A smooth start at the bottom and a smooth pull to the top. If I think I need more paint, I come back and I dip, maybe do a couple spins, and I come back. And I set it on the ground and I pull up. I set it on the ground and pull up. I want the fence to look kind of the same height, the same amount tall, but I might want to change that later. And there's my next guy. Right now it looks like sticks. To make it look like a fence, I'm going to add 2 lines, one across the top and one across the bottom. So here I am, not all the way on the bottom, a little bit above so it looks like a fence. Oh, there's some holes. I'm going to come back and cover those holes up with my nice, neat painting. That means I need more paint, so I'm going to come over and dip in the paint and make a nice long line across the top. Not the tip top, just the middle top. And there's my purple fence. Some of you may have a pumpkin in front of your grass. And if you have a pumpkin in front of your grass, you can put your fence on top of that pumpkin so the pumpkin's behind your fence. So here I could make a little bit of a fence over here. And look, I go right on top of my pumpkin. Still needs to go on the ground. And I might need to go back and forth because my pumpkin is already painted, so the paint doesn't always want to stick, so I got to take my time. Okay, there we go. No rushing, no messy. Nice straight lines. Oh, there we go. Now I have lots of paint on my brush. All the way to my other fence. I'm going to connect my lines, but remember, after you do the straight lines, go from the edge of your paper and connect to the other one. You can put your fence lower. You could put your fence only halfway around some of the pumpkins. Maybe some of the pumpkins are not in or behind the fence. That is up to you. You are the artist in charge. Now that I have my purple fence, let's make a little bat flying in the air to make it a little more like fall. I'm going to come to the top, and first thing I'm going to do is paint a circle, and I'm going to pull it down to make the bat's body. My favorite thing about bats are the wings, and we need curved lines. This time it's like a rainbow arc, and I'm going to go like that, and I'm going to give him points on his wing. Just pull down and make it pointy wing. And I'm going to make an arc and pull down on the wing. Make him look nice and pointy. You might need a little bit of ears. Really small ears, right? And there is my purple bat, my purple fence, my green grass, my orange pumpkins. Now it's time to begin cleanup. I'm going to wait for directions with my paintbrush and make sure that I am so careful with my hands and my friends and my space, my table space.